What's going on, everybody? Do an update on the I call it a reef tank, but really it's a cube aquarium that holds salt water with some miscellaneous rocks and some sand in it. Just happens to have a filtration system attached to it and a light that I don't get to use. But anyway, all jokes aside, after my last video, there were multiple people commented and said, try this, that, or the other thing. New York City Cichlids said it'd be a good idea to remove the glass lid and create more surface agitation on the tank. So what I did is I did remove the glass lid from the tank. The only reason I had it on there was for evaporation. And then he mentioned also maybe I needed to do more surface agitation. So I had a RW4 laying around, so I went ahead and added it to the tank, and I think it's helped out a lot. But again, my nitrates are through the roof. So to combat that, what I'm going to do is a huge water change here, and hopefully I can get those back in check. And I'm actually going to do, after I do this water change, I'm going to perform another one. So I'll do 2 huge water changes back to back. So the ammonia is at 0. It's been at 0 for a long time. The nitrates they're climbing a little bit, and the nitrites have been sky high. So I'm really trying to get rid of that. And then Aaron's aquarium mentioned there's a Red Sea, the Red Sea nitrate remover, or some, I guess, macroalgae, some Cheeto or whatever, and I could do that. Problem is I'm gonna have to order it off the internet, and unless I can find somebody that just wants to sell me that and nothing else, and then just ship it in a standard box, I'm gonna have to pay $30 to have some shipped to me. And I have a Kessel A150 that I could do on the refugium of the sump. So that's always a possibility. And actually, whenever I order stuff, or if I go to a fish store in Louisville, Kentucky here after the tank cycles, I'll probably pick some up. But the other reason why I had the glass lid on there, like I said, was for evaporation. So I've been running the tank without the glass lid for about a week now, and I've noticed that my return chamber in my sump, it's not staying as high as I'd like it, and it's actually getting down to almost the minimum amount of water. And I'm trying to figure out and get the Herbie drain dialed in now that I'm not running a lid, so I am losing more evaporation. So I think I'm going to have to go ahead and get an auto top off system rather quickly. I'd planned on skipping out on it for a little while, just topping it off every morning and every evening, but you know what, I might as well just go ahead and automate the process and not have to worry about it. So here you can see I've got almost every single drop of water out. I'm using a Marineland, the MaxiJet 1200, to pump the water back in, and that tote there, it's an 18-gallon tote. So by the time you mix up the salt and everything, it's like I said, 18 gallons. I guess the salt's not really going to add any more volume to it or whatever, but having this pump the water back into it sure does help out a lot. I can mix it up in buckets, but I've been doing this all night, and I'm trying to minimize the amount of time that I spend actually doing work on this tank. I just want to get it prepared and ready. So yeah, I'll look at probably some Cheeto, I think that's how you pronounce it, whenever I either order something else online or I go to a store in Louisville and pick up some other livestock for the tank. I'll probably pick up some, but I'm hoping the 2 water changes get me down to a level that's bearable. And then what I'll probably do is I'll probably dose just a little bit of ammonia, probably a couple drops, whatever, of ammonia, and test it 24 hours later and see what happens there, because I am showing nitrates on the tank, so that's a good sign. So yeah, I've been working on it for the last couple days. My Rhodey, it's a Spectra Pure Rhodey, and it does awesome. It produces perfect water. Problem is, I'm getting I think 40 psi on it. I think it's the reading for it's at 40, so it's at the bare minimum of the operating range. It's 40, and I really need a booster pump. But being as I have a 27-gallon tank, so I'll take the rocks and the sand. I don't know, we'll say it's 23 gallons, whatever, and then a sump that holds 10 gallons. I don't really need to produce water very quickly, and to get a booster pump, it's another $100. So I'll probably get one eventually, but at this very moment, I'm going to pass on that, and I'll take my time making the water. So the 18 gallons wasn't enough to fill it up the rest of the way. And what I did just then is I moved the MP10 down a little bit because it was creating like a swirl in the top of the water. I think I had it up too high. It was getting some water or whatever. So unfortunately, I got to do a little bit of manual labor here and tilt the toad up to get the rest of the water out. And I do have a hose, and I could have siphoned all this water out the back door, but it was just a lot faster for me to do it with the buckets. It didn't take very long. I just rotated a couple buckets in and out. I didn't have to walk very far, so it wasn't that big a deal. So now I'm mixing more salt water. So all I've done here is I've kept the pump running, and it's just recirculating water back into the tank. That's a 3/4 inch inside diameter hose. I think I got like 8 feet of it. You know, I'd rather have a little bit more than not enough. But overall, like I said in the last video, I really like the way that the tanks come out. I really like the rock work. I really need to get another heater so I can get the heater in the sump. I don't want to put that glass heater next to that rock in the sump, but I'm looking forward to it. It's actually fun working on it. I've spent a little bit more time here over the last weekend, the long break weekend, working on it than I would prefer, but you know, it is what it is. I'm trying to get it set up so that I can actually add stuff to it. I hope that my nitrites are going to fall, and I can get this show on the road here, because I'm really, you know, I'm excited about the fish, but I'm probably more excited about coral. I haven't really picked any out yet, so I don't know exactly what direction I'm going to go in, but I'm looking forward to the different colors. And of course, since this is my first tank, I'm going to go with the easier to grow corals first and try my luck on that before I go spending a massive amount of money on stuff. Because like I said, where I live here, it's either a road trip for a day or ordering online. And ordering online for me is pretty difficult because I work Monday through Friday and I'm not here. So that means that I have to go in late and wait for the FedEx or UPS man to get here. And it just becomes a hassle for me. So yeah, I'm hoping the second water change that I do, it's not going to be as big as this one. It'll probably be 10, 12, 15 gallons, somewhere around there. I'm hoping that that'll solve my issue. So I actually, whenever I started this tank, I bought a box of Reef crystals, the 200-gallon box, and I've almost gone through it because I've done significant water changes on this. And the next time I order it, I'm actually going to order a bucket because I'm storing this in bags. And it's stored okay, but it's kind of a pain in the butt to cut open a big bag of Reef crystals and then put it in gallon baggies. So yeah, I'm going to get a bucket, and I'm probably going to order one this week because I'm running pretty low, and that's something I definitely don't want to run out of. So another thing I found out is that Herbie drain, whenever the tank restarts, I know I've mentioned this a couple times, but it's been a pain for me to get tuned back in. But all in all, I'll have another update for everybody next week.